Every man wants success, and every woman wants to grow. But here's a secret very few people understand. When life wants to give you something great, it doesn't start by giving you the reward. It starts by making you stronger. Think of it like this. You don't get the crown first. You go through tough times. This isn't punishment. It's preparation. The biggest blessings in life are too much for someone who hasn't been tested. They would crumble if they haven't faced difficulties. So, the tough times come first, not to destroy you, but to make you pure and strong. I've talked to thousands of successful people, wealthy men, influential leaders. They all shared the same hidden truth. Their biggest growth didn't happen when things were easy, but when they faced hardships. You might think failure is bad, but it's actually a great teacher, and challenges are like a mentor sent from above. When life seems to be falling apart, relationships ending, money problems, doors closing, it's easy to feel alone. But this is exactly when life is closest to you. Not when you're comfortable, but when you're being crushed, because that's when you become moldable. That's when your ego breaks and your ideas of control, perfection, and self-sufficiency shatter. What's left is your true self, the person, purpose, and calling that were hidden by ambition, pride, and comfort. We all want the reward, but we often avoid the hard work. We pray for promises, but we fear the process. Yet, life doesn't give big blessings to those who haven't been broken enough to handle them. Unbroken people build weak foundations, and those fragile foundations collapse at the first sign of trouble. So, when everything falls apart, don't panic. Pay attention. Something greater is being built in the background. Imagine a seed planted in the soil. It has to be buried, completely hidden, pressed down by the dirt. In that burial, it dies to what it was and starts becoming what it's meant to be. Your breaking is like that death. The blessing is the harvest that comes later. After you've waited, after you've stayed committed even when no one noticed, after you kept going when you wanted to quit. Don't confuse a delay with a no. Just because the blessing hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean it's not coming. It means your character is still being built. And when it's done, when you've gone through the fire without losing your faith, you won't be the same person who went in. You'll be unshakable. And that's the kind of person life can trust with influence, a lasting impact, and abundance. So, stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, asterisk, asterisk, what is this preparing me for? Asterisk, asterisk, because the person who asks better questions gets better answers. And the answer to your pain is this: your blessing is coming, but first, you must be built to carry it. That building happens in the breaking. Let others run from it. Let them hide, but not you. You're not average. You're not here just to survive. You're here to become a strong, proven, unshakable tool for success. But if you want the power, you must first go through the pressure. And you must go through it focused on growth, not just on getting relief. Relief is temporary, but becoming stronger is permanent. Once you're stronger, nothing, not doubt, fear, or criticism, can take away what's now a part of who you are. You have to reach a point where your dreams are more important than your discomfort, where your mission is bigger than your temporary pain, where your faith is stronger than your fear. And you have to believe this truth with all your heart. Life isn't breaking you to destroy you. It's breaking you to bless you. Not with shallow praise and fleeting things, but with clarity, strength, and a vision that cuts through confusion. With peace that doesn't depend on what's happening around you. With authority that can't be bought, and a purpose that can't be shaken. That kind of lasting blessing only comes after the breaking. So, stop trying to skip the process. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's finished product. Stop asking for greatness and then running from the path that creates it. Many people never rise not because they lack potential, but because they keep running from the pressure. And you can't have power without pressure. You want to build something amazing? You want to make an impact that lasts beyond your lifetime? Then stop looking for shortcuts. Every master was once refined by challenges. Every visionary was once alone. Every leader was once misunderstood. And every great blessing was once wrapped in a great challenge. So, here's your moment. Here's the quiet. Here's the discomfort. Here's the breaking. Will you run from it, or will you rise through it? Because the blessing is coming, but whether you're ready for it, that's up to you. If you stick with it, if you allow yourself to be shaped by the tension and the fire, you will rise. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will push you beyond your comfort zone. Yes, it will strip away your pride and false ideas. But in that uncertain space, where everything feels like it's falling apart, that's where your true self is born. The truth is, you don't need to be rescued. You need to be rebuilt. You don't need sympathy. You need a solid structure. You need the daily habits that will sharpen you. You need a mindset that refuses to be defined by a temporary pain. You need to remind yourself, every day if necessary, that this breaking isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of who you are becoming. Now lift your head, stand in the fire, speak faith out loud, tell the world, and more importantly, tell yourself, this breaking will not bury me. It will build me, because you were not made to be fragile. You were made to be shaped by challenges. You were made to be refined by purpose. And you were made to carry a blessing that lasts. Not one that impresses for a short time, but one that creates a legacy for generations. The breaking may feel unbearable, but the becoming will be unforgettable. If you're still with me, understand this clearly. You are not waiting on the blessing. The blessing is waiting on you to become the person who can carry it. This moment you're in, the pressure, the confusion, it's not the end of your story. It's the part where most give up and a few rise. Listen to me. I've seen the pattern in every truly successful person I've ever studied. The moment of breakthrough always came after the moment of greatest testing. It's as if life watches to see if you'll hold onto your vision when everything around you screams the opposite. Because that's when greatness is born. Not when it's easy. Not when everyone believes in you. Not when your bank account is full and doors fly open. Greatness is born in resistance. You will feel it before you see it. You will feel the discomfort of stretching, of being separated, of sacrificing before the reward ever appears. And if you think that pain means failure, you'll never reach the prize. So I say again, life breaks you not to destroy you, but to expand you. You can't hold more if your hands are full of what's familiar. That's why it will remove things you thought you needed. It will allow people to leave, not to abandon you, but to make you available for what's next. Sometimes the quiet isn't punishment, it's space for change. Growth makes noise, but real transformation happens in stillness. Life speaks loudest in the quiet. That's why you must protect your mind in the middle of the breaking. This is the battlefield. The thoughts that come in these moments, I'm not enough, this will never work, why bother trying? Those are not the truth. They are the echo of fear. And if you entertain them long enough, you will talk yourself out of the very destiny you were created to fulfill. So, fight for your mind, because you cannot rise above your own thoughts. What you believe in the breaking determines what you build afterward. This is why a positive mental attitude is so important. It's not just blind optimism. It's the defiant decision to see opportunity inside hardship. It's the choice to speak life when death seems to surround you. It's the skill of seeing a divine purpose in the middle of a painful process. It's saying, I don't understand this yet, but I trust it will help me. It's looking at the storm and saying, even this will be used to help me grow. That kind of attitude doesn't just get you through tough times. It helps you move through them faster because now you're working with the process, not against it. And let me tell you, the moment you make that internal shift, everything around you begins to change. You don't have to beg for open doors. You become the kind of person life opens doors for. You don't chase opportunity. Opportunity recognizes you. You don't strive for influence. You embody the weight of influence through how you think, how you act, and how you endure. But first, you must prove that you are unshaken. That's the test. That's the training ground for blessings. It's never about talent. There are plenty of talented people living small lives because they refuse to be taught by challenges. It's never about how loud you are. It's about how consistent you are. And this is what separates the extraordinary from the average. Most want the outcome, but few are willing to be unmade in order to be remade. But if you're among the few, if you're willing to keep showing up, to keep building, to keep believing even when the light is dim and the crowd is gone, then the blessing will not pass you by. It cannot pass you by because now you've proven the one thing life looks for more than anything else: trustworthiness. Can it trust you to hold onto your vision when nothing supports it? Can it trust you to keep your values when compromising is easy? Can it trust you to handle the blessing without it controlling you? Answer those questions not with your mouth, but with your actions. Every day you persist, you're answering, yes, I can be trusted. Every time you avoid distractions, you're declaring, yes, I'm ready. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you're shouting, yes, break me if you must, but bless me when I'm ready. And that, my friend, is what the fire is looking for. Not perfection, not performance, preparation. You are being prepared for more than a single moment. You are being shaped for lasting success, for a mission that lives beyond your name. But you must let the process do its complete work. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to ignore the pain. Don't try to skip it. The process knows exactly how long you need to stay in the fire. Not a second longer, not a moment too soon. And when the fire is done, you will not come out the same. You will come out refined. You will come out anchored. You will come out qualified, not by others, but by the only authority that matters. So stand up now, not because it's easy, but because you were built for this. And remember this with every step forward. The breaking is not the end. The breaking is the beginning of everything life has stored up for you. Asterisk, asterisk, that vision you carry, it still lives. That calling, it hasn't been canceled. That dream, it still breathes. And every trial you've walked through, every moment you chose faith over fear has been a stepping stone toward who you are becoming. So declare this to yourself right now. Asterisk, asterisk, I will not waste my pain. I will not curse the process. I will rise. Asterisk, asterisk, not just once, not just when I feel good. Every time I fall, I will rise again. Because I understand now, the breaking is a sign, a signal, a sacred moment of becoming. And when you finally emerge from it, you will be more than successful. You will be solid. And that is a blessing the world cannot steal. By now, you're starting to understand. Breaking isn't the end, it's the entrance. It's the first door you must walk through before destiny will let you in. But there's something else you must hear. The breaking isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. It shows up when you least expect it. Just when you think you've finally made it, just when things settle down, just when the first reward appears, the pressure returns. Not because you're failing, but because you're being called higher. Every new level of blessing demands a new level of surrender. This is why so many people never rise. They reach one milestone and then cling to it. They mistake comfort for completion. They stop growing and call it peace. But comfort isn't the goal. Alignment is. And life will disrupt anything that no longer aligns with your next chapter. It will interrupt your work if your heart is drifting. It will reveal problems in relationships if your soul is shrinking. It will close doors if they're leading you backward. Not to hurt you, but to protect you, because you've been chosen for more than average. And more than average requires pain most people will never understand. You'll be misunderstood, judged, isolated, mocked, and still, you must keep going. You must keep building. You must keep rising, because the breaking was never designed to stop you. It was designed to make you indestructible. Every tear is a lesson. Every betrayal is a realignment. Every failure is a way to correct your internal compass. You think you've lost, but you haven't. You've been redirected. You think you're behind? You're not. You're being brought into sync with perfect timing. You think it's over? It's not. It's just beginning. But this time, you won't be building on insecurity. This time, your foundation will be conviction. This time, your roots will go deep. So when the winds come, you won't break again. And listen to me now. When the blessing comes, and it will, you will not feel overwhelmed because you have already been tested in the fire. You've already been alone and still kept going. You've already been doubted and still believed. You've already seen what it's like to have nothing but faith. And now you know faith was enough. That's why your confidence will not come from money, status, or applause. Your confidence will come from alignment. You will walk into rooms differently. You will speak from a place of deep understanding. You will lead with both humility and strength at the same time, because you didn't just learn this from books, you earned it through fire. The person who emerges from the breaking becomes a source of wisdom. They don't panic when the storm comes. They lead others through it. They don't seek attention. Their presence commands it. They don't fake confidence. Their actions prove it because they have seen the worst. They have walked through hell. They have faced their own struggles, survived the quiet times, endured the refining, and they did not run. And now they are ready. That person is you. You've been through too much to go back now. You've cried too many nights to settle now. You've grown too much to play small now. You've come too far to doubt yourself now. You are in the final stretch of the test. All that remains is your decision. Will you finish the fire with faith? Will you keep showing up even when you're tired? Will you trust even when you don't understand? Will you act like the blessing is already yours? Because if you do, if you wake up with discipline, if you speak like your words shape the world, if you move with grace in the middle of chaos, then everything that was once delayed will begin to move, and you won't have to chase it. It will find you because your name has been written on the blessing since the beginning. It just needed to be handed to the version of you who could carry it. Now that you've become that person, it's time. The resources are coming. The people are watching. The opportunities are already moving in your direction. Not because you were lucky, but because you were faithful in the fire. You were consistent in the quiet. You honored the vision when no one saw it. You trained when no one was clapping. You sacrificed when no one was noticing. And now you are ready for overflow. You are ready for abundance with responsibility. You are ready for influence without compromising. You are ready for power that helps others, not power that hurts them. Because life doesn't bless the loudest. It blesses the ones who've been broken, humbled, and rebuilt by their commitment. And that is now your story. You didn't just survive the fire. You learned to speak from it. You didn't just endure the pain. You allowed it to shape you. You didn't just make it through. You rose higher than ever before. So now, the breaking ends and the blessing begins. Not the shallow kind, not the temporary version, but the type of blessing that touches everything you do. Your words, your work, your actions, your wisdom. The kind of blessing you were born to carry. Now go walk in it. Go lead with it. Go serve with it. Go build with it. And remember, the next time the breaking begins again, it's not punishment. It's promotion. It means you are about to be expanded again. It means your capacity is increasing. It means your influence is growing. It means your soul is shedding what no longer serves so it can receive what's next. So do not fear the next storm. Do not curse the next quiet moment. Stand in it like a warrior who's already seen the fire and come through as gold. Because now you know what few ever understand. When life wants to bless you, it will make you stronger first. And if you don't run from the breaking, you'll receive a blessing no one can take from you. One built on truth. One sustained by strong character. One built not on what you had, but on who you became.